Hello and welcome to Cindy's Artistic World, and thank you for joining me today. Oh my gosh, you guys, this smells so good right now. Yum, yum, yum. But, time to juice them up. I'm out in the garden, and although things need watered again, even though we just had the rain, it's the 20th of February, I figure I better get in here. It's time to pick salad again, but this time I'm going to harvest my radishes. So let's get in here and see what we've got. Hopefully they're good. They've been growing a bit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The key to keeping radishes in your fridge is to take your green off right here. They'll stay a lot longer. Let's see what else we got. I don't know how many I'm going to harvest. Oh my goodness. But I figured I better get out here and do it before they start seeding. Harvest, but so I'm making my way around my mighty little garden weeding, and it hasn't been too bad. I have filled up quite a bit though. But what's great about crawling around is you see things you normally wouldn't see. Like when I got to this point, I found that guy. I've never seen a snail shell like that, but it's got a hole. So did it come off of a wind chime? Then, because I have my arugula going to seed, whoa, over here, I decided out the ones in the back. Plant more radder. I have some up on top of the strips are, but I'm pulling out back and gonna go another crop of those, and then I'm gonna move some more of the forget-me-nots that I have sprouted over here. They came up on their own. There's a couple in the pathway, which obviously don't work, and a few over here. So I'm going to move them over there. I also, there's so much, oh, I know what else. Another thing I discovered down here, back when I moved these radishes over here to go to seed so I could get more seed. Look at the size of this guy down here. Do you see that compared to my fingers here? Thinks he's a turnip. Anyway, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. I'm out in my mighty little garden. I've had my coffee. It's not noon yet, but it's getting later in the day, so it's time to get to work. But I have set my intentions for the day. Look at the lettuce. It's doing so well. Anyhow, my intentions for the day are to finish the pathway and some weeding. See how far I get. I'm going to dig this out. I already broke it up. I also want to look at those tomatoes. Isn't that pretty? I also want to move some of these before the rain. We're supposed to get rain this weekend. We'll see. Time will tell, but I have the pathway over here to do as well, so we'll see how it goes. Another thing, yesterday I planted more radishes back there and thinned out my arugula, but I moved a squash over here because I've got a bunch of them sprouted. Don't really need that much squash, but I decided to, before the day is over, plant one there in that spot and one over there in that spot. So we'll see how it goes. I have other things like weeding and such and such. But look how good my lettuce is doing. They're all going. I have some big ones on the other side. And all this over here, all those little sprouts. They were so tiny, and now look at them. Yeah, huh? Life is good. So I'm working my way through another section, cleaning up. We had more leaves blowing. It's not as bad from that sycamore tree across the street. But anyway, I'm looking for weeds, and I'm not seeing much. I see the little shop of horrors. You can see I have, whoa, the gazania sprouting in here. But when the lettuce is gone, the gazanias will grow. So I'm cleaning out leaves, and do you see one of those dreadful chickweeds back there? I don't know if you can see it, but I do, so he's going. Naked ladies I put over here, they're doing pretty good. That one got in the ground right away. There it is. That naked lady is doing really good because it laid in a hole. This one took a little longer, but it's coming out. It's going to be there pretty good pretty soon. Anyway, I'm just going to keep trucking on my day here. End of February already. Unbelievable. So I'm pulling everything out from around the pear tree base because it looked like valuable real estate where I could grow something. At first I was thinking the eggplants. Now I'm thinking maybe squash because I can't eat much eggplant because it's a nightshade. So I'm not sure what's going to wind up in there, but the dirt that I'm pulling from rock sifting is going in there along with some steer manure mulch. And same thing here, I'll sift it out and move it over and then figure out what it is I'm going to plant here. I do have a bunch of marigolds if I decide I just want a flower, but I'm thinking it's going to be some veggies to start. We'll see. I just want to show you, this is sand that we have, and by amending it with steer manure mulch, look at this beautiful stuff. It's gorgeous. Makes nice soil. The only problem with steer manure mulch is it's high in nitrogen, So you need to make sure you don't use it on the wrong plants. Okay, one more time. I'm cleaning up the leaves from the sycamore, but at least it's not very many this time. And the tree has pretty much lost all of its leaves, so now I might get a couple of weeks before the blooms start blowing in. Well, it was quite a project from start to finish to remove the white rocks and clean rocks and put them in this pathway, but I am quite happy with the way it's come out, and I've now completed it to here. I haven't decided what I'm doing with the rest of it. I had the dichondra growing in there, but it dies off in the summer, so I think I might dig out the dirt and pry some up front here with a very good soil mix and see if it'll do it. Who knows? Anyway, let's go ahead. Let's take a little tour. Lots of sunflowers. I've cleared out a lot of sunflowers, but decided that it's going to be survival of the fittest, like that one behind the pear tree here is doing so good. I might try and give some away. I'm pretty happy with the arugula bed here. Of course, I would rather eat arugula, but I put more of the forget-me-nots in front of the arugula, and then the radishes are planted behind the arugula. We actually have some strawberries growing now. We'll see how they do. I haven't had a patch over here. I grew them at the neighbors. There is lettuce everywhere. I have a bunch of loose leaf or ruffle leaf lettuce that I really like. So I had some and shifted it around here in the rocks. I still have to decide what I'm putting in there. I have moved a squash plant right there. A couple from my neighbor. Plus the one down, and go back here. I did decide to put one down at this end. This is a summer squash. Oh, let's see. These are actually blooming. First time. They've been here for 2 years and I could barely get them to grow, but they're maybe going to take root. We'll see. Looks like the one right here is going to bloom too. The jonquils are done, but we have lots of lettuce. And I want to show you this guy. Look at the size of this radish in here. Can you see him? Where is he? There he is. He is huge. But that's when I put it over here to go to seed. Anyway, hello. Oh, there we go. Now we're not. So we have lettuce growing under the chair over here. That's okay. It's growing everywhere. So walk along my little pathway in my little garden. And hopefully everything is going to grow and just be beautiful and not swelter in the heat this summer. I do kind of miss the tree here, but that's all right. Thank you so very much for being a part of Cindy's Artistic World today. Please give us a like, follow, or subscribe.